Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Michigan Conservative Roundtable. I'm Mac, this is Kim, this is TJ. Today we're going to delve into the question of the things that you're going to have to give up if you want to be safe. The first point about that is that life is meant to be lived, it's not meant to be safe. To be safe is prudent, but not all encompassing. So, let me grab my notes here. Sorry about that. Things we're going to have to give up to be safe. Forks and knives. Forks and knives are not safe. It'd be much better to eat with your hands after you wash them, of course, with antibiotics, soap, and so on and so forth. So you're only going to be able to use sporks if you want to stay safe. TJ, you got one?
I'm gonna beat a drum that I've been banging on here for a while. Don't drive. And on previous solos, you may have heard me say, I have a greater chance of dying on the streets of Detroit, driving my car especially, than I do from COVID-19. People run red lights. I have, and this is in Detroit, I have been passed because I didn't run a red light. Someone passed me to run a red light, and it's just, you know what? It's downright dangerous.
Well, our former colleague says it happens to him virtually every day.
Yeah.
He stops at a red light and someone goes out from behind him and runs the red light.
Well, what are those U-turn things, that you guys have here?
Oh, yeah.
When I first came here, I didn't know. I was turning on the lights instead of going down to those U-turn things.
Yeah, but so if you don't drive, think about it. If you don't drive, you can't shop, can't go on a vacation, can't go to work. You know what? If you want to be safe, don't drive, don't live.
Okay, Kim, you got one?
I'm like, don't use water. Don't drink your water. Look at Flint. I'm from West Texas. Our water was orange. Don't swim in the water.
Could drown.
You might drown.
Yep.
Don't bathe in the water. It may have bacteria in it. You might slip and fall in the bathtub.
Yep.
In the water. There's all those things.
Yep. How many people did we determine are involved in slip and falls? Was it
300,000.
300,000 annually slip and fall and break a hip among the elderly, and some 800,000 total nationwide have slip and fall. 800,000. That's a lot more than the COVID.
Well, that was in keeping with the one I was going to mention.
Okay, go with that.
Don't stand up, given to the whole slip and fall.
You're going to have to remain seated to stay safe.
Remain seated. You might have to crawl around. If you want to get from point A to point B, I guess hands and knees is what you'll have to do.
And that goes back to what I've got. Don't live in a house with stairs.
Yep.
Don't live in a house that has stairs up to the front door,
Yep.
down to the basement, or up to a second level.
And,
Buy a ranch home.
and if you live in Michigan, and in places like where she was living for a number of years, West Texas, or in the entire Great Plains, you have to have a basement or you can get wiped out by a tornado. So, to stay safe, it's best that you probably just live underground and stay there.
But then you'd have to have like a tunnel or something.
A ramp.
A slide.
A ramp. Can't do stairs. Can't do stairs.
Maybe a slide.
Maybe. Another thing, don't go to the beach. There could be sharks there, depending on where you're at in the world.
Jellyfish?
And, jellyfish, stingrays. You could step on a shell, cut your foot.
Well, did you not speculate the hazards of someone kicking sand in your face?
Yeah, a big guy could come and kick sand in your face,
Yeah.
and then it's going to be on.
It's game on.
Yeah, and the thing is they've got that, flesh-eating bacteria in our waters nowadays too, so don't swim.
Well, at Lake St. Clair, they're always shutting the beaches down because of E. coli.
Yeah, right. Yeah. In New York years ago, they had syringes washing up on the beach. In New Jersey, I believe it was. Don't play softball. 2 million people a year get leg injuries sliding in. Not to mention, one of the things I saw most frequently, one of the injuries I saw was pulling the quad or the what's that other muscle? The hamstring. And guys look like they got shot when they pull a hamstring.
And how many times you've heard about rotary cuffs
Yeah.
and ACL and
Getting hit with a bat,
and
Hit
all
with
that
the bat,
stuff.
yeah.
ball.
You can't bat.
If I could bounce off of that one, no lifting weights, forget about exercising. Remember, you can't walk, so you're kind of screwed.
You got to remember the most important thing is
Safety first.
is to stay safe.
Safety first. Can't tell you how many times I heard that in the Army.
Voting in person. It can't be done. You've got the people there at the table.
In your face, within the 6 feet.
Yeah, right. Because they got to find your name on the sheet. And,
Yeah, but the people that mug you out on the sidewalk as you enter the building.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
and,
it.
they're in your face.
Yeah, they're in your face. They want to hand you a brochure telling you who
And
to
if you
vote for.
politely decline, then they become all that more angry.
Yes, right.
See, and that just shows you how ridiculous all this is.
Yep.
Saying, we've got to keep you in your house so that you're safe. We're protecting you.
Right.
Because we do all these things.
Well, it was in my house that I put quite a nasty cut on my arm with a saw, and I think you have something to say about power tools and working.
Well,
outside?
what I was going to say is power equipment. When you go to cut your grass, the lawnmower, riding lawnmower, because don't drive, and you might slip and fall, and then it might run you over and cut you up, and now you're going to bleed to death, and
Yep.
blah blah blah.
You have another one, Kim? or-
Nope, that's it.
All right. Well, the most dangerous thing you can do, and it's as important not to do this because it is so unsafe, is vote Democrat.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, don't
You
do that.
will never
Big
be
time.
safe, and you will never have a life. So, as we like to say on the Michigan Conservative Roundtable, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.